right near the junction of four countries, a ring of mountains around us, and to the south, to Mongolia, to the west, the Altai range is really important snow leopard habitat for linking Russia's snow leopards with Mongolians. Where we were today, we're in a deep valley, a Pamir, I guess, rolling hills, of really grassy meadows, and I could just imagine what it was like 100 years ago, with herds of Argali sheep up high on the hill, and here and there, broken by cliffs, would be the habitat for ibex and snow leopards.
Korgonol erbis köp bolgondur, erbis büyük bolgan, uçtu. Erbis bolgon, onun üçün onlar onu korulap, hanguştu korulap, tayga taştı. O yıktap boylarına tar etip alıp, boyuna tartınıp, tayga taştı, kerip, boyuna kurup, har bütkendir. Olardan o erbistin tayga taşı yok. Baylı yerler, dubaladığını oluşturdu.
One day I had the opportunity to see a picture of a snow leopard from the Himalaya mountains, and it completely changed my life. I abandoned Africa and have since spent 30 years in Asia studying the snow leopard. And we know something about its behavior and its ecology, but that hasn't helped us to protect it from poachers, from development, guns, and so on. And visiting Tibet, Ladakh of northern India, and Mongolia, it came to dawn on I that really the solution rests with the local communities, not outside, not with technology. So we would like to learn how best to go about reinvigorating the snow leopard as a sacred, valued animal within the community.
The last few days when we've been in Ulaanbaatar, we've had the opportunity to meet with 3 groups of adolescents from the big city who were out at the children's center camp.
Now I want to hand over to Apila, who's come with us to help us develop a program for local people to protect their wildlife.
Good morning. I'm Apila, Colorado. I'm a professor, but I'm also, I know my culture, and I believe in my culture.
And one of the things that we do in our work is to develop ways that young children can learn about the environment and wildlife in a modern sort of educational way.
So we're, in our project here, we're bringing together the science and tribal or the native spirituality together, and we're coming here to meet with local people and with the shamans from this area and the sacred sites to see if we can discover a new way of working with snow leopards so that they will survive and there will be many of them again.
Потому что чтобы бороться столько лет и за жизнь, за любого животного, это надо быть, родиться таким и глубоким, и очень любить надо таких.
The snow leopard is so important that your chiefs, you know, in history, your chiefs, they had a snow leopard skin. They're the only person in the community that can have this skin. It helps the chief to have power, to hold everything together, to hold the people together, to unite the people together.
То, что у нас в Бурятии, я лично отношусь к роду именно орлов, и священность для бурят — это птицы, орлы, конечно, величественные, божественные существа.
Now snow leopards are solitary animals. They live alone. They don't live in a group. But they are communicating, they're talking to one another all the time. So here is a snow leopard coming to a rock, and the rock, it leaves its scent there, its smell. And you see it scenting, spraying like house cat, and that scent tells the snow leopard all about all the other animals in the area, whether it's male, female, old one, young one.
The local people, the livestock.
So they have special places they go to, these snow leopards, like these rocks. That place is where you go if you want to find out about your community.
И самое большое, наверное, в вашей большой работе это постараться обратиться к старейшинам, которые понимают, что такое дух животного.
From Ulan-Ude, we drove along a road going down the deep valley that feeds into Baikal Lake, and then we cut off up over a low mountain range towards the eastern Sayan range. And this is the edge of the Soyot people's country, and it was there that we hope to re-establish contact with people that really revere snow leopards. Interestingly, this whole area used to have a snow leopard population, but they no longer exist because of poaching of its main prey, and probably also poaching of the snow leopards. From Soyot country, we drove northeast and then northwest to the town of Irkutsk, which is the main town in the whole Siberian region. It's probably an hour, 2 hours drive from Lake Baikal, but it's the home of a longtime friend of ours, Zhenya Koshkarov.
Local people in villages have no work, and they have no interest to protect any animals because they need to survive. And for this reason, level of poaching is too high. And scientists like me, who know situation in nature, cannot influence this process. I can go to high school, to middle school, to university to explain students what's happening, but it is not influence to situation with conservation of animals. I can only tell, I can only write in articles. Some people help. I can see it in situation with Nepal, with Pakistan, with India, with Tibet, but not with China. China is poacher number one for many animals in the world, not only in China, even in all 14 countries which surrounding China, because this country are in poor economical level and have open black market everywhere.
Near the waterfall, there is a chorten and a ridgeline filled with prayer flags, and this is where up to 3,000 people will visit and gather during the springtime to pay homage to their spiritual animal, the snow leopard.
was your ride?
We were bouncing all over, but it was beautiful. Anyway.
Beautiful. So.
All the mist. Oh,
Yes.
look how it's moving here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the lovely farms that we passed through. It's really, really, really a lovely drive.
I just thought, could you get a picture, darling? Come on, check out the This is not.
You don't want to hide him.
We've traveled the world for this moment, literally,
Yes.
to find the
We have.
people who revere the snow leopard.
Yes. And we didn't expect to find them here. We expected that we would find them in the Altai.
Yeah,
But here we are.
finding it in Akka. Look at how proud the chest is and everything. Look at it.
And with the symbol, it's the Buddhist symbol and the I don't know if that's meant to be fire. I think not,
Yeah.
but it looks
So
like fire.
have you in your travels come across people like this? Like
No. No, not people who say the snow leopard is our deity. Never. Never.
Everybody
We've
forgot.
yes.
They're all
Yes.
into Christianity or Buddhism or
Yep.
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we found people who, in Pakistan, for instance, who consider that the snow leopard is the guardian of the high mountain pastures, and they must make special prayers to this deity before they go into the mountains. But we've never actually
Not like this.
had
where
it
it's
so
one.
front, face forward.
It was here one year that Nobu, after officiating the ceremony, people are leaving, and Nobu and his companions were the last to leave. They were driving back up the pass, and they suddenly saw this old man sitting by the side of the road. They slowed the car down, and they were about to stop and open the door to let him in when they realized it was a snow leopard. They stopped, and then they spent the next hour just watching this cat as it jumped from rock to rock. It showed this side, that side, so you'd suddenly see a golden color with the spots, and then the silvery gray as it turned away with light shining on it.
Какая-то тень мелькнула, такой мощный красивый прыжок и на скалу. Учитель говорит, это рыбит, ирбис. Я по тормозам останавливаемся, выходим, да. И этот красавец снежный барс стоит как на пьедестале, смотрит на нас и перемещается вот с камня на камни, прыгает там. У него такие красивые мощные прыжки. Как красиво он все переливается. Мне вот сейчас в глазах это все стоит, меняется. Когда он боком стоит, у него такая красота. И синеватая такая вот эта голубая вот эта краска. И мы долго стояли с учителем, где-то минут 30-40, наверное. Вот это было таинство. Мы стояли, молились. Учитель тогда сказал, что это хозяин горы Мукосритак вот, появился в образе.
In Ulan-Ude, we met a shaman, Altan Erdini, and one of the last things she said to Dala and me is that we really need to go and meet the shaman in the Altai region, a shaman by the name of Slava, who she had met previously. And I was hoping we would be able to meet the shaman of Snow Leopard Mountain, but being summer, everybody's off to harvest the fields, to cut the hay for the long winter that's upcoming. And so we've made new arrangements to see him tomorrow. And I really look forward to talking to him and about his perceptions for snow leopards and conservation, and just what the spirit of the animal means to him.
Today was a breakthrough day in terms of our group process. In the last few days, we had a fair amount of tension in our group and getting really tired. We've been 2.5 weeks on the road without a day off, and really hard travel. And also wondering what this is leading to, if we're going to kind of get what we came to get, which is some understanding of how to bring indigenous science and spirituality together with conservation in order to help the snow leopard to flourish. So why it was a breakthrough day is that, just like my taped moments up to this moment, mostly the talk was from the head, even though inspired by passion of the heart. And this morning, Tony and Darla and myself all reached a place where we just tapped into the grief about all the work we've done in our lives to help the earth to heal, and realizing that it didn't matter if you came from Western science or indigenous science, either way, life is perishing before our very eyes. And shedding some tears together was the breakthrough that I surely needed, and I think life does too.
I think the snow leopard is so rare now, it's going in not just here in Altai, but in China, in Mongolia, just like Slava has done for Snow Leopard Mountain. It would be good to develop a network of shamans, of community leaders that are protecting. I thank him for what he's doing. It's a very significant.
И спасибо за то, что вы делаете, это очень важно для нас.
And it's more important than what science can do.
Это важнее, чем наука, то, что мы делаем, исследуем только для сохранения, да? А вот то, что делает.
In this moment, we're focusing our work to protect the snow leopards, but also helping the snow leopards to protect the earth, the mountains, and us. And I do have a request for him.
И у меня есть просьба для вас.
200. The request is if he can give us a blessing for doing this work, especially for Darla and for Rodney. I mean, for Tony, for me.
3 күн кайры жатала, кула курсалга жатала булусту көргөндүр. Келеле, ол жаңы бір өлөң туус кечинде. 5-нчи түрүндө ол кылысын хозяинына келеле. Bir kişi şagat bolup aysyna ol kişiden surаты. Bir kişi жүгүргенче сарбыла киши келеле, мен балткама келеле, сүйүнтүрандыр. Ошо жеткендим деп кошто сүйүнтүрандыр. Мен балткама келеле. Анан мен аны тартым балдарга кучундагандырмын. Анан телефонду саргыта кучундарда, ол күн силердин звонтаган күнү аны сынарга айтчат.
3 days ago, he had a vision, a dream. People came to him. And there was a man, probably it was me, to asking all the time him, and some lady came, probably it's you. You ran to his tent, and you were very, very glad, and you were smiling and rejoicing to meet him. Yes. And after that he called to his wife and daughter and shared the dream. And after that, right after that, we called.
After Slava gave us his blessing and told us that he thought that our work would take us a good couple of years, 2 or 3 years, but that we would have success, I realized that we weren't ready for the ceremony yet either, and that we were going to have to come back to this place, maybe once, maybe more than once. And that thought actually made me feel really good. I would love to go back. I'm ready to go back. It's not easy to travel in this country. Distances are huge and there's just a lot of issues, but I want to see snow leopards come back to this area. And I think that, all in all, I think that it's not so much that I've been chosen to do this work, but it's work that I can do and that I have